Devastated loved ones identify the woman shot by police on Deerfoot Trail.
The way it happened was awful. And the narrative is nuts. It's not good.
Questions about why Melanie Hambrook was killed.
This was a mental health situation.
Plus, Meta announces plans to build a giant data center in Alberta.
This 2.9 million square foot facility will represent an investment of more than 13 billion Canadian dollars.
Opponents say the investment isn't worth the trade-off. And a whole RV city springs up at McMahon Stadium.
Everyone goes to at least one rodeo, at least the chuck wagon races and the extravaganza.
American visitors get comfortable in Calgary in their homes away from home.
You know, fridge in here, and then you have a washer dryer in here.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Tara Nelson.
Hello and thank you for joining us. A woman shot and killed by police last month on Deerfoot Trail has been identified by family. 53-year-old Melanie Hambrook loved the arts. She was working, but she also had mental health issues. Her family now wants to know what happened and if her death could have been avoided. Tyson Fedor reports.
Melanie Hambrook is being remembered by loved ones as someone who loved to paint and had a great sense of humor. She worked as an insurance broker but was also dealing with mental illness.
She was not violent. She was not suicidal. She did have mental well-being issues, but I don't believe she was a threat.
On June 21st, she was shot and killed by Calgary police along Deerfoot Trail after reports of an erratic driver. Her teenage son is left grieving and wanting answers.
For a little bit, I was in shock. I was crying profusely.
Alberta's Serious Incident Response Team is investigating, as is the case with every officer involved shooting. The highway was closed in both directions between Memorial Drive and 16th Avenue Northeast after police reported that a woman in an SUV had a knife. Police used pepper spray and a taser, but one officer fired a shotgun and hit the woman, according to Alberta's police watchdog, and a knife was recovered.
They said their investigation will be done maybe a year, maybe more. I feel deeply that it shouldn't have happened that way.
Now the family is wondering why the lethal shot was justified.
I don't think it's unreasonable to ask questions while they're doing the investigation. I think that they should tell us a little bit.
Adam and John Vananen say they got a knock on their door at their Edmonton home from investigators telling them Hambrook had been killed. Her sister-in-law has since set up a GoFundMe to help with legal expenses and funeral arrangements.
I can't see the justification of shooting her. This was not a criminal situation. This was a mental health situation.
Neither ACERT nor police are identifying the woman who was killed or providing updates on the investigation. Tyson Fedor, CTV News, Calgary.
ACERT says it is continuing to investigate the events that led up to Hambrook's death, including the shooting. A woman was run over by a car while she was lying in the road downtown overnight. Her injuries are life-threatening. Police have not been able to identify her or the reason why she was in the road. It happened shortly after 1 a.m. on 5th Avenue near the Bow Building. Police say she was struck by a man driving a Toyota Prius who pulled over immediately. Meta has unveiled its plans for its first large AI data center in Canada, and it landed on Alberta. A multi-billion-dollar facility is set to be built north of Edmonton, and it's a plan 2 years in the making. While the province is cheerleading the project, some say the government needs to slow it all down. Jordan Canagan reports.
Meta is making a massive move in Alberta.
I'm happy to announce that Meta has announced plans to build its first Canadian data center in Alberta, representing an investment of more than $13 billion in our province.
The parent company of Facebook and Instagram will build a 1 gigawatt data center in Sturgeon County, about 35 kilometers north of Edmonton.
This facility at peak will support 3,000 construction jobs. At operations, this facility will support 300 new jobs.
It'll be the tech giant's 33rd data center globally as it pushes projects to support the artificial intelligence boom.
This is a big deal for Alberta. It's one of the biggest in Alberta and Canadian history. As this project scales to 1,800 megawatts, it's possible that the total investment will increase.
The company is partnering with the Greenlight Electricity Project, a natural gas power generation facility approved last week, set to be adjacent to Meta's data center.
What we're talking about today is certainly bigger than any one municipality. It is about Alberta's future and Canada's place in a world that is rapidly changing.
But it's a move already facing some pushback.
It's a real shame because there's a real opportunity for these data centers to create a lot of opportunity for things like clean energy, wind and solar that are low-cost options and obviously low emission as well.
While Alberta forges ahead with data centers, some advocacy groups are urging the province to take a pause.
These data centers coming in at this speed is definitely much more alarming because data centers come with infrasound and low frequency sound, and there's a whole bunch of concerns regarding water.
And Jordan joins us now with more on this. Jordan, those concerns are ones shared by the province, too.
Yeah, Tara, the Premier and Technology Minister both saying today those concerns and hesitations were similar to what they had 2 years ago when they started looking at data center projects. Minister Glub is saying Alberta didn't want to be the first to build these centers. It wanted to be the first jurisdiction to do it properly. Meta also says it understands the concerns specifically around water. The Sturgeon County Data Center will use a dry cooling system, so the servers won't be cooled by water, but by air. The company says the center will use less water per year than a golf course. Construction already underway. It is expected to be completed by 2030. Tara?
Okay, Jordan, thank you. Noise complaints about the downtown Stampede music tents have increased this year, but so far only one tent has been ticketed for exceeding noise limits. Another music festival is underway at Prince's Island Park tonight. That's where we find Moses Woldu. And Moses, how are other festivals handling this issue with noise?
Well, Tara, concert goers can expect a good concert at a decent hour. And of course, that's all put on by the organizers whose main focus was making sure it ends on time.
Final preparations for the Roundup Music Fest, and organizers are closely monitoring noise levels.
We asked people on stage multiple times during the evening to leave quietly, be respectful of the residents, and our motto is certainly to leave the park in as good a condition as we found it, if not better.
Across the river, it's a different tune being heard. Numbers from the city of Calgary show 70 noise complaints filed from July 2nd to the 5th. 40 of those complaints directed to Cowboys, one more than this time last year, while Badlands was right behind them with 16 complaints, 10 more from 2025. They also received a ticket after multiple warnings.
We're going to continue to very closely collaborate with our law enforcement partners, by law enforcement folks as well.
Mayor Jeremy Farkas came to a compromise with the music festivals like Cowboys, reducing noise levels to 75 decibels or 82 with bass for live concerts, with those numbers dropping after midnight.
We worked in close partnership with industry to be able to ultimately actually provide more relief for local residents than was initially proposed. So we're going to be continuing to closely monitor the situation.
On Tuesday night, CTV captured multiple decibel levels on or just below the actual standard on a phone app measuring the sound outside the tent at Cowboys. Residents in Calgary are mixed on what has transpired in the past couple days.
Overall, it's a lot better than we thought, so it was a surprise.
If the wind is blowing the right way, you really hear the music. It just depends, right? If it's blowing from the east, you hear everything. So it can be quite loud for sure.
For myself, I can sleep through anything, so it's no problem. But my wife has slept in the basement 2 nights.
Cowboys may have received the most complaints, but the city says they have been compliant with the noise rules. As for fines, any violation will result in a court appearance and fines ranging from $500 to $10,000. An afternoon thunderstorm sent people scurrying at Stampede Park. It came down around 4 o'clock. It didn't last too long. Today is Kids Day, so it was pretty busy on the grounds. Some people stuck it out, others just called it a day. Danielle is here with us now. It hasn't quite moved all the way through the city yet.
Yes, in the city right now, we're getting some isolated showers, and we did have some non-severe thunderstorms. The shower started around 3, and then by 4 o'clock this afternoon, we had some weak thunderstorms push through. The key thing that I do need to mention with this is that as these storms track east, they're intensifying, and they're now coming with some larger size hail in some spots, some very damaging wind gusts, well over 100 kilometers per hour. So just north of Milo and south of Standard is where we're looking at the strongest cells, and they're tracking off to the east. So heads up if you're in Hussar, Bassano, Brooks, Lomond, you may see some of this activity. In Milo, you're probably already getting some of this right now. This is why we have severe thunderstorm warnings in place for these areas you can see in the darker yellow. And then in the lighter yellow, we have a severe thunderstorm watch, which Calgary is under at this point. So it's one of those days, take the storms seriously, but for Calgary specifically, we're not looking at these extensive storms. 26 degrees, isolated showers in the city. You can see the darker clouds in some spots, and we still have the potential for weak thunderstorm activity for the next few hours. Tomorrow is a similar idea, more cloud cover throughout the day, and again, the chance of thunderstorms, except the key thing for tomorrow in Calgary, it won't be as hot. 24 is a high. Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. The Alberta government says it added extra security measures to protect its $350 million energy rebate program. But some Albertans are questioning why so much personal information is required to claim $100. Mark Villani looks at the privacy concerns and how the province is responding.
It's $100 in cold, hard cash. But before you receive Alberta's energy rebate, the province wants to know just a little more about you.
I think it's scary that the government's doing this, and I don't agree with it.
To get the money, you need to provide a few things, including your social insurance number and your tax information to prove you or your household make less than $225,000 annually. You need to verify your identity by providing your driver's license number, and the province wants your banking information too, so they can direct deposit the funds into your account. If your bank isn't listed, you need to take a selfie or verify your identity using an alternative method. Some Calgarians say $100 isn't worth what they're calling a major intrusion on their privacy.
It's just a grab for votes. It's a grab for information.
Seems like too much work for $100, actually. So I'm not going to bother.
It's like a breach of security, sort of. I just wouldn't be comfortable with it.
And data isn't always safe. Take the 3 million Albertans who recently had their private voter information leaked and allegedly published online by a separatist group.
The big worry is, what are they going to do with that information? Who's going to have access to it? And we can't quite trust them because we know that the voter list was mishandled.
It begs the question, why not just write a check, like back in 2005 when $400 Ralph Bucks envelopes were sent out?
They can get lost in the mail. They can get forged. Bad things can happen.
It's why Alberta's premier says this application process is the only way to make sure those entitled to a rebate are the ones receiving it.
Our Auditor General expects if we're going to spend $350 million that we know where it's going and that we have fraud prevention in place.
I understand that there are some Albertans who have found the interaction to be a little bit frustrating. I just ask for their patience.
But some people still won't be holding their breaths to apply.
I don't think you want to be giving out all your information for $100.
Mark Villani, CTV News, Calgary.
More than 355,000 Albertans have successfully applied for the rebate, which is only about 10% of everyone who's eligible. The application deadline has now been extended to September 30th. WestJet flight attendants have started voting on a strike mandate. The main issue is how cabin crews are paid. Flight attendants say they perform an average of 35 hours of unpaid work each month. They're also concerned about wages not keeping up with rapid inflation. Their last contract was signed during the pandemic. More than 4,000 union members have until July 15th to cast their vote. Talks between the union and the airline continue in Calgary until Friday.
We're giving WestJet the opportunity to correct this archaic pay practice and let WestJet come out on top of the other airlines in Canada that continue to profit off of the exploitation of labor. And we're hopeful that through our strike vote and the show of our membership's resolve, that they come to the table and meaningfully bargain.
The earliest illegal strike or lockout could happen is August 2nd. Flight attendants are planning a day of action at the Calgary airport on Tuesday. WestJet says it wants a deal that recognizes the contributions of staff while making sure the company remains competitive and sustainable. Air Canada has named its next chief executive.
It is an honour to have been chosen to lead this major carrier, to continue implementing its growth strategy and to pave the way for an even brighter future.
Anko van der Wolf is currently in charge of Scandinavian Airlines, but he will be taking over the top job at Canada's largest airline by the end of January 2027. As a native of the Netherlands, Air Canada says van der Wolf can speak and communicate in several languages, including French. Outgoing CEO Michael Rousseau announced his retirement after coming under fire for failing to deliver a condolence message in French that followed the Air Canada Express collision in New York back in March. It claimed the lives of 2 pilots, including one from Quebec. Not everyone who visits Calgary for the Stampede actually needs a hotel room. Some tourists bring everything they need with them. We'll take you inside the giant RV campground set up at McMahon Stadium this week. And it's ready for occupancy. The city's newest affordable housing project throws open the doors. A new affordable housing development funded by all 3 levels of government is now open in the northwest community of Mount Pleasant. The ribbon was cut this morning, just over a year after construction began. It is the first non-market housing development managed by Calgary Housing. Built on a surplus city site, the building has 16 homes for as many as 45 people. To cut down on energy costs, there are solar panels and heat pumps. The rent for families that qualify starts at $700 a month.
I've used this dog park. My kids attended the preschool just up the way here in the community association. There's the swimming pool outside that I know the kids who come into this building are going to get to swim in. The fact that 16 more Calgary families are going to be able to enjoy the same life that I've been able to live is very, very special to me.
The city estimates about 1 in 5 Calgary households struggles with the cost of housing. There are about 8,000 families on the Calgary housing waiting list. Well, if you've driven past McMahon Stadium lately, you've probably seen what kind of looks like an RV sale going on in the parking lot, but that's not an outdoor showroom. Kevin Green joins us from McMahon tonight. So, Kevin, what are we actually seeing down there?
Tara, this is a pop-up campground, and even though it's on a parking lot, it's a pretty high-end one. It's being run by Fantasy Tours, Fantasy RV Tours. They've installed power and water to all of the units here, but they've also installed showers inside McMahon Stadium, though the reality is most of these RVs have showers inside them. This is essentially a pop-up small town, and the reason I say that is because many of the RVs that you see here are actually worth more than your average home.
Here, come on in,
Texan Steve Sandler's Canadian-built Prevost motorhome is worth about $2 million US.
I came up here to do some service work, and then said, heck, let's come to the Stampede. We like our rodeos in Texas.
Inside, it's a mansion on wheels.
Honestly, it's great because it's basically your home on wheels. We have all the comforts of home. Outside, we have tons of storage. We have, a big generator. We're totally self-sufficient.
Sandler's one of hundreds here as part of Fantasy RV's annual Stampede Rally.
What it is we bring in people from all over the U.S., sometimes overseas, many from Canada, and they come here and we park for the whole duration of the Stampede.
The guests get breakfast at the Calgary Tower, an orientation of the city, and unlimited C-Train tickets. The idea is to make it easy to get to the grounds.
It's a great thing for us who run it because we just have to get them there and the Stampede does the rest.
John Credit is from California. He was on another tour last year in Maine when a friend convinced him to head to Calgary.
Our friend is a horse lady, and so she wanted to go, so we were, well, let's go to the Calgary Stampede.
He arrived here Wednesday morning, but already knows what he wants to see.
I think I've been to a small rodeo once in my life, but I'm looking forward to the extravaganza night, and I want to see the chuck wagon races more than anything.
About half the RVers at McMahon Stadium will continue on a 61-day tour to Alaska. Others will head towards the mountain parks after leaving Calgary. For many here, it is their first trip to Canada, and of those who have crossed the border, few have ever come to Calgary. McDonald says once they arrive, the city and the Stampede do the selling.
It's a great way for us to share the Stampede with the rest of the world, and everyone has a blast.
Kevin Green, CTV News, Calgary.
Fantasy RV Tours has partnered with McMahon Stadium to operate this Stampede campground for almost 20 years.
This is CTV News, Calgary.
All right, let's bring Danielle back in now as we look ahead to our 5-day forecast. We've got to get rid of a little bit of the rain that's lingering tonight first.
Yes, so let's get rid of all this active weather, these dangerous storms that are happening in other parts of the province. And then we get to a more stable stretch of weather with a lot of heat, I might add. Okay, so speaking of heat, a lot of heat is already built in. We talked about communities getting into the 30s today. Drumheller was in that 30 range earlier. Brooks is still 31 in Medicine Hat right now. High 20s for Lethbridge and those mid 20s in through Calgary. So as these pockets of rain and these thunderstorms are moving through, it's also cooling things down a little bit here. So 26 is the temperature in the city, 23 in Banff, 27 in Pincher Creek. The winds picked up at times as well as these cells roll through. Now, some of these cells are more severe cells, and the winds are gusting over 100 kilometers per hour as they make their way through. When I show you this watches and warnings map, so the lighter yellow here and for Calgary, that's a severe thunderstorm watch in place, and that's because there's the potential of it getting to the more severe criteria. Where we do have severe weather is up and through this area. I'm going to focus on this in just a second. You can also see this orange line here, and this is suggesting that we have an enhanced chance of getting the more severe storms and the more dangerous storms closer to the Saskatchewan border, so closer to the east of Drumheller. And that's why you have this orange border here. This is an enhanced risk. Right now I'm going to talk about where we are actually getting the severe storms, and it's around the Milo area, headed towards Bassano potentially, and just to the north of Lomond. I'm going to show you the radar here. We did have some cells that pushed through Calgary earlier. In Calgary, they were weak, quick, brief, non-severe thunderstorms that pushed through. We still have some isolated showers in the city from this. But these are the cells that have made their way through, and as they track east, they're intensifying. They're coming with some larger size hail, or at least medium size hail. Lots of lightning, as you can see here. I'm going to pop out the lightning so I can actually show you the cells that are moving through. The worst ones, the strongest ones, are north of Milo, and they're tracking towards the Bassano area. Hussar might get the edge of something here, but really the strongest cells are tracking to the east towards the Bassano, potentially even Brooks area. And these are coming with larger size hail. They're coming with damaging wind, lots of lightning, and big downpours with this as well. Towards Three Hills, Morin, and Drumheller, there's some cells, they're not as severe, but certainly still ones to take seriously. Looking at the future cast, we're looking at that similar development tomorrow. So a little more cloud cover in the city to kick off the day, and then we'll get some sunny breaks, and then we have a small chance of getting this activity in Calgary once again, and a greater chance of seeing this east of the QE2 in the same spots that we're really getting it. All right, when we look at the Action Furnace 5-day forecast, this weather that's pushing through Calgary, these non-severe thunderstorms, these pockets of showers, have broken the heat. So tomorrow, just a high of 24, a little more reasonable. But we will pick back up 26 degrees for Friday, and those high 20s, if not 30, as we head into the weekend, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Calgary police have charged a man after stabbing in Sunalta yesterday morning. Police say the accused was involved in an earlier altercation with a group of people several blocks away on 11th Street Southwest. Witnesses intervened and broke up the confrontation. Later, police say the accused returned and stabbed a man. The victim was in life-threatening condition but is now stable. 31-year-old Faoud Abdi Yusuf faces several charges, including aggravated assault. Calgary police say a family involved their 8-year-old in a theft at Market Mall last month. Investigators say surveillance video shows 6 members of the same family going into a jewelry store. Police allege while the adults distracted staff, an 8-year-old boy and a 16-year-old girl stole jewelry worth about $4,000. Officers found the suspects in the mall and say the rest of the family was found in the parking lot in a stolen truck. Investigators say more stolen items from other stores was also in the truck. Charges have been laid against 2 women and 2 teens. You could hit up a pancake breakfast probably every day this week. They'll all be filling, but some will be fulfilling with a special focus on charitable giving. And too many steps in the midway and those dogs will be barking. The best footwear to really help you cover the park is still to come. The federal government is putting some more cash toward promoting Canadian beef across the country and around the world. The largest investment, about $3.7 million, will go toward Canada beef marketing, aiming to grow demand for beef and veal here at home, but also the global market, with a strong focus on the Indo-Pacific region. The Canadian Cattle Association is also getting about $300,000. The federal agriculture minister hopes this helps boost confidence for farmers.
What we do is build confidence in farmers, and if farmers see that they have the confidence, they're going to increase their herd. Last year it was 2.5%. With everything working the way it is right now, hopefully with no pitfalls, we'll see that herd grow even more.
The Canadian Cattle Association hopes the marketing could help sell cuts of beef that are less popular domestically, but are in higher demand in other parts of the world. It is typically associated with the rodeo, cowboys, and Midway, but the Calgary Stampede is gaining a reputation for its goodwill, too. Every day this week, a handful of vital fundraising events will be dressed up as pancake breakfasts and marketing parties. Tim Brooke has more on who's benefiting from all that Calgary generosity.
Another day, another Stampede breakfast. Thousands flock to South Centre Mall's 17th annual Pink Pancake Breakfast on Wednesday. And behind all that food and music, a good cause.
I think Calgary is just doing what Calgary does best, and that's showing up for something that's really important.
The Canadian Cancer Society and CIBC Run for the Cure collect donations and registrations at the event.
Last year we broke the $1 million milestone, and we're hoping to do that again this year.
All that giving isn't contained here. Alcove Addiction Recovery and Recovery Acres also hosted a morning event to highlight the need for additional treatment spaces.
Stampede is often associated with partying and drinking and all of that. And what we're trying to do is show our clients that we can have a lot of fun without all of that.
The money brought in here goes a long way.
It's full cycle. Mothers and kids can come for treatment. They then transition and get additional supports and then can move into long-term housing.
If people feel good and they're happy, they're actually more likely to contribute to a particular cause.
One expert says the donating aspect of Stampede is kind of like a positive peer pressure.
There's a really interesting kind of psychological phenomena. It's known as social proof. And the idea is that if I'm giving to a particular charity and if I see other people do the same, then I'm actually more likely to actually give and maybe even contribute a little bit more.
And maybe, he says, the dopamine boost from giving may offset some of the guilt after too many pancakes. Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
For more information about the fundraisers, you can visit our website, ctvnewscalgary.ca. One of the most popular events at Stampede is the First Nations Relay. It is a bareback sprint, and we're along for the ride with one of the best in the saddle. Without a saddle, next. Cowboy hats, denim, big buckles, those are all great additions to your Stampede outfit. But the most important part might be your footwear. Alicia Philberg took steps to find the best choices before you hit the grounds.
Whether walking, watching, or waiting, you spend a lot of time on your feet at Calgary Stampede. So what you wear on them matters a lot. Many say boots are best.
Well, of course we have to have boots when we come to the Stampede. Cowboy boots, very comfortable.
Some swear by sandals.
These ones have really good arch support. They're not as soft as some of my running shoes, but in the heat, these are better.
Others favor fashion.
To be honest, they just went with the outfit, but I've been here for like an hour and my feet already hurt, so I wouldn't recommend these.
Experts say the right heels can actually help when spending all day on the pavement.
If it's got a nice supportive heel, it can help relax some of those tissues in the back of the ankle and the heel.
This Calgary podiatrist says sneakers, boots, and sandals can all be good, but they have to fit well and provide support.
If you're looking at a really flat flip-flop that doesn't have a lot of support, I think it's going to tell you middle of the day that you might need to consider wearing a different shoe.
No matter what you choose to wear, your feet will likely get weary. Just walking from the south entrance all the way up here to the north entrance takes about 1,000 steps.
I definitely feel it at the end of the day. It's not easy walking in boots all day. They're not the most comfortable because they are wooden soled.
Calgary Stampede Show Band racks up a lot of steps with 5 daily performances throughout the grounds. In between, the band gathers outside the park, and that's not even counting parade day.
The day of the Stampede Parade, I tracked around 30,000 steps that day, and since then, I track around 21,000 steps.
They don't have a choice of footwear, so their pro tip is cushioned insoles can improve any shoe. Alicia Fieldberg, CTV News, Calgary.
Footwear is everything down there. Oh.
Yeah. And if you're going to head down to Stampede, it's always best in May to start breaking in your boots.
That's good advice.
Yeah,
yes,
May.
absolutely.
Just wear them around the house.
Well, if you haven't had a chance to take in any of the First Nations relay races down at the Stampede, we're about to get you right into the action.
Hold him, hold him.
POV, yeah, this is Jumpin' Joe Jackson. He's an elite jockey for Poitras Relay. So this is how it works if you haven't seen it. Riders begin from a standing start, bareback on a thoroughbred. They gallop a lap around the track, and then on the fly, they dismount and jump onto a fresh waiting horse. They do that twice, and the first team to cross the finish line with the rider and horses accounted for wins.
They are so incredibly talented.
So good. It's so exciting to watch.
Yeah, it is.
So fast. Well, have you ever heard of candlestick ice or seen it up close? That's neat. So this is Australian Olympic synchronized swimmer Samantha Reid. She shared this cool video. She now lives in Banff, and she shares some actually really beautiful images from all of her outdoor adventures in the mountains. Candlestick ice is a natural phenomenon. It occurs in the spring when the lakes start to thaw, and then the ice forms vertical, candle-like columns like this. If you time it just right, you can even paddle through it like Samantha did in the spring.
I have never actually seen that.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very cool. The world's largest paper airplane recently took flight and then took down a Guinness World Record. Holy cow, this is not your run-of-the-mill tri-corner dart design. This giant aircraft was planned and produced by engineering students at Italy's University of Pisa. They nicknamed it Icarus, and it sported a wingspan of nearly 20 meters. It sailed nearly 60 meters in a hangar in Bologna before touching down. The colossal creation was later certified by Guinness World Records. It is the largest paper airplane on Earth.
Yay, Italy.
That's so cool. How exciting for them.
And of course, it has to be done by engineers.
Yeah.
No one else could figure that out.
Oh, yeah. What was your best part of university? Making a giant paper airplane.
That ended up in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Love it.
So cool.
Still to come tonight, the day's business news, including a closer look at plans for a big data center here in Alberta. Stay with us for that.
Okay, Skywatch weather camera looking, well, this way you see blue sky. Other ways in Calgary, you see some darker clouds because there's still a few isolated showers, but it's mainly calming down in Calgary. Today's high was 27. We're currently sitting at 26, and 23 is what's normal for this time of year. Key thing is there's still a lot of heat in the 30s off to the east. And this is why the cells, because that's the fuel for these storms, these thunderstorm cells have the potential to even get more intense as they track further off to the east. They're already intense in some areas, and that's why we have a severe thunderstorm warning in place, especially near the Bassano area. This is a decent cell. This is coming with some medium-sized hail. Looney, Toonie size potentially. Also a lot of lightning, as you can see right here. Just to pop out the lightning, this is a really big intense cell that's tracking through the Bassano area now, and it's tracking straight off to the east. There are some somewhat weaker cells that are tracking towards Drumheller, Morin, and even towards Olds and Didsbury. So these are definitely cells to take seriously, and most of them are coming with damaging wind gusts and large size hail. Nothing tracking towards Calgary at the moment. This is your 24-hour forecast brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed Rider, it's free. Similar setup for southern Alberta tomorrow with those late day showers and thunderstorms. Smaller chance of seeing it in Calgary, and certainly a smaller chance of seeing anything intense. A little cooler tomorrow, somewhat cooler, with a high of 24. Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Family members have identified the 53-year-old Calgary woman who was shot and killed by police on Deerfoot Trail last month. Melanie Hambrook was an insurance broker who struggled with mental illness. Her family wants to know what happened and if her death could have been avoided. Noise complaints about the downtown Stampede music tents have increased this year, but so far only one tent has been ticketed for exceeding noise limits. And some Albertans are raising privacy concerns over the amount of personal information required to apply for the province's new $100 energy rebate. The government says it's necessary for fraud prevention. Another big announcement from Alberta today. The province has won a contract to build a data center for a major American tech company. BNN Bloomberg's Marilla Fernandez has details.
The province will be home to a new $13 billion data center for Meta. Alberta's energy resources make it ideal for energy-intense projects like data centers. This one will be built in Sturgeon County, just north of Edmonton. The center will run mostly on natural gas, and the province says it will generate about $250 million a year for Alberta. Meta will also invest about $60 million to upgrade the local infrastructure. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 70.60. West Texas Intermediate up over $3 to 73.52. Western Canadian Select up over $2 to 55.27. And the TSX lost 336 points today. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
It is day 6 of the Stampede Rodeo. Coming up, Glenn Campbell will bring us up to date on where competitors stand. That's next. In BC, 11 people were rescued from the water in the Burrard Inlet after their canoe overturned on Sunday. Footage from the RCMP shows people, including children, clinging to the large overturned canoe before being pulled into rescue boats. We're just past the midway point of the Calgary Stampede. Glenn Campbell joins us from the grounds tonight. And Glenn, today was the last day for Cowboys and Cowgirls in Pool B to make their mark.
Tara, the pressure was definitely on for some of the competitors. Let's dig into the highlights from day 6 of the Stampede Rodeo. Of course, we started off with the bareback, and there was a tie for first place. Cole Rayner of Buffalo, Wyoming on Dancing Queen of the 8 danced their way to an 88-point ride. That was equaled by yesterday's winner, Bradley Willer of Huntsville, Texas. He teams up with Coconut Valley for the same score. They walk away with $6,250. Miller goes through to Sunday along with Rhodey Farrell and Jess Pope. Ladies barrel racing, and you're taking a look at Carly Otero of Perrin, Texas. She won on Monday. She wins again today. Otero blazes around those barrels in 16 and 79. She makes it through to Sunday. She'll be joined by Haley Gibson Stillwell and Grayson Harmon. Tie-down roping, last cowboy out, John Dooch of Huntsville, Texas. He needed a big run, and that's just what he gets. Dooch has the fast hands, ends up with a 7-4, gets him through to Sunday. He will be joined by Hunter Heron and Brushton Minton. All right, to some steer wrestling. Don Payne had himself a day, gets the steer down in 3 and 7, best of the day. He doesn't get through to Sunday, though. Ty Erickson, Trissy Kalawaya, and Gavin Swallow will be there on Sunday. To the saddle block now, and Q Taylor from Nanton picked up his first check of the Stampede, teams up with Alberta Moon for an 86-point run, but going through to Sunday, Coleman Schallbetter, Brady Wills, and Gus Galliard. Breakaway roping, and Macy Young of Whitman, Arizona, all kinds of pressure on her, but look at the time, 2 and 5, also going through to Sunday, Cheyenne McCartney and Jordy Edens Mitchell. And finally in bull riding, Noli of Mineral Wells, Texas, wins for the second time in Pool B. He combines with Special Ops for an 88.5-point ride. He will be back for Sunday. So will Tristan Hutchings and Boudreaux Campbell. And it was another great night for racing last night in the Rangeland Derby. Let's check out the action from heat number 8. Jason Glass won on Tuesday night. He would get around the track in a blistering time of 1:10.45, and he ends up with the best time of the night. Jamie Labakane continues to lead the aggregate with defending champ Chance Vegan in second, Ray Crotto Jr. third. Now, as for Glass, it's been an emotional stampede. His dad, Tom, passed away a couple of weeks back, and you can bet that's on his mind. Now, we started off the Rangeland Derby by knocking over a barrel on night number 1, but he's climbed all the way back to 4th in the aggregate. Yes, there it is. Here's Jason Glass.
Well, just hard work, you know, belief in my horses. I got a barn full of beautiful horses, and yeah, I hit a barrel the first night, and we've been climbing back ever since, and so far, you know, we're starting to gain a little bit.
Jason, I know it's tough. Your dad passed before this, but I'm driving through here, and we notice all the checkerboard stickers, and it's, you know, to celebrate your dad and whatever. You know, what do you think of the other drivers doing?
It's amazing, the support we've got from the whole community of Chuck Wagon family, fans, you know, thousands of people, amazing. So, you know, we all get along around here. We all help each other, and I think my dad had a lot of respect for, you know, everybody and all the wagon drivers and their horses, and I think he got the respect back from them. So it's amazing what everybody's been doing.
Tell you it means a lot to Jason. Now it's time for this week's edition of Golf Tips.
Mackenzie Meadows Golf Tips with PGA Pro Scott Orban.
Par 4 14th at Mackenzie Meadows, classic risk reward.
Yeah, 324 yards. Glenn's up. He's got a 5-iron in his hand. I walked over here with my driver. We got water on the right. We got trouble to the left. Glenn says he's going to hit it down there. It's about 175 to the 150 marker, so he's just going to hit it into the fairway. And he hits it right.
Uh-oh.
Now, if that had been his driver, he'd been right in the water.
I'm okay, though.
And it still made the water, okay? Nice, safe shot, Glenn.
Yeah, right.
Okay. You know what? That was so bad, I'm going to let you hit my shot.
Okay.
Now, a lot of juniors that I see, they get a little bit overcoached on being cautious and take the 5-iron out place. You know what? You hit it in the water here, Glenn. You can still get par.
Right.
Right? So I want you to aim this out at the sand trap out there, and I want you to hit this, and we'll see where these two shots end up. We got an aggressive line and an aggressive attitude. Oh, look at that. Right down the fairway.
And right in great position.
Okay. So the 5-iron doesn't always work out either. And even if you would have hit that well,
yep,
and you thought it was going to stop short of the water,
yep.
But now you're in the water with 5-iron. Isn't that disappointing?
Oh, I'll go make a birdie on yours.
You're about 80 yards out.
Yeah.
80 yards out. Thanks for the drive. I'll play it from there.
One more note in sports. One of the all-time greats for the Calgary Stampeders is going into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. Charleston Hughes, he is going to be a member of the 2026 class. He's going to be inducted on September 17th ahead of the Hall of Fame game between the Hamilton Tiger Cats and the Montreal Alouettes. And by the way, the Stampeders, they're in Montreal to play the Owls on Saturday.
Calgary Stampede Report, brought to you by Lamley's, the official Western wear supplier of the Calgary Stampede.
And our final peek at the weather, Danielle. It's a bit stormy still to the east of us.
Yeah, so let's quickly touch on what's happening near Bassano because this is a very intense cell. It looks like it's starting to weaken, but still very intense, large-size hail. Even potentially early, just about 15, 20 minutes ago, some tornadic activity could have been possible with this cell and lots of lightning as well. That is tracking straight to the east. 24 degrees is the high for Calgary tomorrow. We'll be under that same type of setup where we have a small chance of seeing any activity in Calgary and a greater chance off to the east where it will intensify. All right, Steve Pierpoint sent this one in. Weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate.
Thanks for your company tonight. Have a great evening. We'll see you again tomorrow.